listening to Louise Hayes, as I always do, and reminding myself that every single little tiny piece of energy you put out there is what you get back. Thus, I rarely watch the news. I know what's going on. I don't need to focus on it 24/7. That just makes me constipated and have upset stomachs. have an upset stomach. And so I forgot the exact situation because, I'm just not one of those that goes around talking about people behind their back. I might occasionally say, oh, this, voice is irritating to listen to or something like that. And then I even apologize to my spirit self for thinking that nasty, nasty thought. And Louise goes on to break it down to, of course, the whole point of this particular session is we can have anything we want, but not if you go around stealing paper clips from work. Think of that. A little tiny paper clip. You're going to get that back. That person you were talking about, you're going to get that back. The other person you had to say, neener, 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 you were wrong. You're going to get that back. Which goes along with the saying, I call all my good back to me. I'm not calling anything back. It's behind me. Why would I call that to the present again? I'm not calling my good back to me. I'm getting more good. I'm getting a higher vibration. I'm getting more and different. I'm not calling anything back. So I liken the energy just like the wind, right? You see, the wind is blowing. I'm not going to go outside to the wind and say, oh, I want that molecule and I want that molecule, but I don't want that molecule, but I want this molecule. No, energy doesn't go like that. That's not how energy flows. And I'm not calling anything back, and I'm not talking bad about people, and I'm not gonna say, oh, well, this person didn't send me my products for a month, so I'm gonna go leave them a bad review. I'm not gonna do those childish things. I'm not. I don't need anything to come back. I get more. I get better. I get higher. Not, oh, let's get that back. No, the past is the past and it needs to stay there in my life. I call for more, bigger, better, and stop hating the things that I once hated. Winter. And learn to love it and embrace it, just like people that are not fair to me personally. I know that they're just, bitter people who don't look at life the same as I do. Just like any boss, just like any person, that girlfriend who slept with your man or whatever, that type of case, or somebody who just goes around picking at things just to be picky, I guess. I don't know about that. What I do know is every situation I already created to learn some lesson. Whatever the lesson is, I need to learn that new thing and get over it so I don't keep feeling that way. Oh, such and such makes me depressed. Well, then don't do that. The winter last year made me depressed. I'm not going to do that. This year, you're going to probably see me live every single day just so I can keep myself accountable, get out of bed, and not think those negative things. You feel me? So, every time, even if I go into somebody's live and I say, oh my gosh, she's talking about such and such, I just leave and go someplace else to a better conversation, a higher energy vibration conversation. I'm a spiritualist for a reason, because I know where the mind goes, the behind follows. And if you keep doing things like that, cancel. If I keep doing things like that, then that's exactly what I'm going to get. Because I just talked myself into that situation. You know, Granny always say, oh, be careful talking about so-and-so. I don't want to talk them up. Or be careful talking about being poor. I don't want to talk that up. I'm going to talk up being rich and monetarily, spiritually, physically. Raise my vibration so I only get the highest and the best energy every single day, every single split second. Okay? That's why I watch the words I say very carefully, because I don't want to say, oh, I'm gonna call my good back. And then some, your kid hears that and say, Mama, why did Tasha always say she calls her good back? If it's in the back, does it belong in the front? No, it doesn't. And I understand whoever started that had good intentions. I'm not hating on nobody for nothing. I'm just saying, to me, that don't make sense. Whatever's in the past needs to stay in the past. I've learned that lesson, and it's time to just keep it pushing. Not go dig it up. To me and my family, that's like going to the cemetery to see people, talk to people. And I'm not shitting in your cornflakes if you do that. If that works for you, boo-boo, you do that. It doesn't work for me to, that's like calling the spirits back to earth so you could have a chat. I'm not going to do that. I could talk to them. I could see them in my dreams. We already know what it's like on earth. Why would I want to keep bringing grandma back to earth, to this hell? No. I want her to stay over there, close to God, wherever she is. He is, they are, whoever, you know what I mean. And be happy. I don't want to keep bringing them back to this sludge, this mire. I'm going to get good. When I need an answer, I want to be able to have them give me a sign clearly, specifically, precisely, and I know what it means. I'm not calling nothing back. I'm not talking bad about people. Even if they were wrong, we all have the right to be wrong. We're only human. You don't know everything, especially to you narcissists, believe it or not. You don't know everything, and you're not the best. Yeah, I told a person I thought was a 10-year-long friendship, and she stopped speaking to me, which is the blessing, in case you didn't notice. That is the blessing. Who wants to be around people? Oh, I'm right. I knew that. I knew that. Oh, yeah, I always knew that. I did this. I did that. Well, then why are you at the place that you're at in life? Why don't you have your own house and your own car or driver to take you to the store and errands and whatnot? Then you should. Yes, I'm only shitting this time. I don't believe in shitting on people. Have everything yourself for yourself then, if you know everything, right? So I just let them go with love. You're entitled to think whatever you want and do whatever you want. I'm not here for your spiritual purpose for being on this planet right now. I'm only here for mine. So I mind my business. I ask God to please let me stop attracting people who have that desire to go neener, neener, neener. Because what does that get you? More people for you to go neener, neener, neener. And then next thing you know, you've gone from one person to 100 people. And you did this, and you're so stupid. And you did that, and you're so stupid. Well, we only see in others what we see in ourselves now, don't we? Okay, one more time, because I know the people in the back didn't hear that. I said we only see in others what we see in ourselves. And of course, if you're a good person, that might take you a second to wrap your mind around that, because you don't go around shitting in other people's cornflakes. If you put good out, you're going to get good back in all areas of your life, including stealing those little paper clips from work, or a pen from work, or a Post-it note from work. Yeah. Or if you're constantly talking about somebody, you're going to get all of that back in little bitty energy forms. So I'm not calling anything back, and I'm not calling anybody out. I only wish good for every single human on this planet and other things on this planet. I love you. Love yourself enough to remember to just be good. It's not that hard.